Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are going to look super closely at a brief digital checkpoint that you have likely seen, well, thousands of times, but you've probably never actually stopped to read it. We're talking about that ubiquitous, sometimes slightly annoying pause between clicking a link and finally seeing your content. It's basically the modern digital waiting room. And in this explainer, we're going to treat this tiny little snippet of text as a totally fascinating piece of internet history. Okay, so let's dive right into this familiar mandatory pause. The screen simply kicks off with the words, just a moment. Now, it's polite, it's brief, but make no mistake, it is a really firm boundary. Think of it as the digital equivalent of a security guard gently holding up a hand. It completely sets the expectation that the delay will be just a fleeting moment before the real action gets underway. Which naturally leads us to ask, what on earth is actually happening, while a site like the one we're looking at here forces you to wait? Because instead of just staring blankly at the screen or tapping our fingers, we are going to read the absolute fine print of this delay. We want to fully understand the invisible gears that are turning before you ever even reach your destination. Seriously, this screen isn't just empty space. It is a bustling digital border crossing. And the inciting incident for your delay? It's actually hiding right there in plain sight. It's the constant, unseen threat of malicious bots. The text explicitly tells us that a security service is actively protecting the site, and this completely reframes our wait, right? We aren't waiting because the site is broken. We're being held at the gates because the internet is inherently hostile, and all incoming traffic is treated as a programmed threat until proven otherwise. So getting stuck here isn't simply a slow connection on your end. It's an active, real-time interrogation. The text states, "This page is displayed while the website verifies you are not a bot." Now, really think about that word for a second. Verifies. You are actively being tested. While you're sitting there reading just a moment, a highly sophisticated evaluation is happening in milliseconds to determine your humanity.
In this verification isn't random. It follows a precise three-part chronological sequence. First, it announces it is performing security verification, so the test is officially underway. Then, ideally, you hit part 2, verification successful. Boom, you passed. But you still aren't there yet. That brings us to part 3, waiting for the destination to respond. The security checkpoint has cleared you, and it's finally handing you over to the actual web server.
But here's the catch. To actually pass this checkpoint, the system explicitly demands your cooperation. It dictates enable JavaScript and cookies to continue. This gives us a fascinating peek under the hood at the mechanics of the test. The service can't verify you just by, looking at you. It literally needs to run miniature scripts, that's the JavaScript, in your browser and check tiny data markers called cookies. And if you refuse, well, the verification fails and your journey stops right here. No exceptions. Behind the scenes of all this, a completely silent infrastructure is tracking the entire exchange, and it assigns your specific diagnostic session a highly specific identifier. You'll see text like Ray ID, followed by a long, crazy alphanumeric string. Now, this isn't just random gibberish. Out of the billions of internet requests happening globally at that exact second, your specific interrogation has been meticulously logged with a unique fingerprint. It's literally your exact digital receipt for the interaction. And if we read the fine prints at the very bottom, we uncover the ultimate architect governing this whole micro-interaction. It reads, Performance and Security by Cloudflare. They are the invisible middleman standing right between you and your destination. They're the ones conducting the verification, demanding the JavaScript, generating that Ray ID we just talked about, all with the massive dual mission of blocking bots and keeping the internet running smoothly. Finally, the very last word on the page literally states privacy, which honestly leaves us with a totally fascinating paradox. We are forced to allow tracking cookies and execute third-party scripts, exposing our browser's inner workings, all under the banner of protection. It forces us to ask a really tough question. In our pursuit of a secure web, what does privacy actually mean when our devices are constantly, silently being interrogated at everyday digital checkpoints? It's definitely something to chew on the next time you're told to wait just a moment.